Whenever TV shows are cancelled, there is hope that another network could save them. As soon as FBI, Most Wanted and FBI International were cancelled by CBS, several ideas were raised in regards to how they could be revived. Theoretically, they could move to NBC or be picked up by a streaming service. I had hoped that something could happen to keep at least one of them on the air, but I recently learned of one thing that prevents that from happening. When you look at the SWAT cast and crew, we can see that there is a fight to save the show. That's not happening with either of the FBI franchise shows cancelled by CBS, at least not to any level that's encouraging. As it stands, there's not much room for optimism when it comes to the chances of FBI, Most Wanted Season 7 or FBI, International Season 5 seeing the light of day. Why I'm hopeful that FBI, Most Wanted and International could still be saved. The FBI spin-off fit well in the Dick Wolf universe. Both FBI, International Season 4 and Most Wanted Season 6 have strong followings, and it's this sort of following that can help to keep a series on the air. Look at the way the support for the likes of The Expanse and Lucifer led to these shows being saved by Amazon and Netflix, respectively. The following Magnum PI had after its cancellation by CBS led to NBC saving the day for another season. With the right vocal following, there is always some element of hope for a series. On top of that, both the FBI franchise shows are part of the Dick Wolf universe. They fit into the worlds of Law and Order and One Chicago, and they suit the tone of many of those shows already airing on NBC. In fact, both FBI, Most Wanted and International are produced by Universal TV Studios, which creates the other Dick Wolf shows, and NBC is part of that company. It makes perfect sense for NBC to save the FBI shows, especially since the network is arguably struggling to find strong procedural dramas right now. Even if the two shows wouldn't fit into NBC's plans, there is always the streaming platform Peacock. Law and Order, Original Crime Season 5 will air on Peacock instead of NBC, which does fit in well with the other programming in their TV lineup. One of the FBI shows could have moved to that platform as well, with FBI, Most Wanted having the perfect tone for that move. Sadly, FBI, Most Wanted and International are not being shopped around. The FBI shows are creating endings. The cast of FBI International standing in their Budapest headquarters. With all that being said, it's clear that we won't get to see FBI, Most Wanted Season 7 or FBI, International Season 5. There is one aspect of their cancellations that makes it clear, and it is disappointing to those of us who have remained loyal from day one of both shows. TV Line recently dropped the bad news that neither show is being shopped around. Unlike SWAT, which had a huge fight from the cast and crew to save, the cast and crew of both the FBI shows seem to have accepted the fates. That's much worse than putting up a fight and losing, as they have decided that their own shows aren't worth keeping on the air. It doesn't matter how much people who watch the show want to see more if the writers have found a way to create series finales out of their season finales. In a way, this is a good thing, as at least we get to see some closure for the team members. There is nothing worse than having a show abruptly cancelled with a major cliffhanger. NCIS, Hawaii and So Help Me Todd both did that, and many are still fighting for them to be saved. With the ending of the two FBIs, there is a hope that there is some sort of clear ending, allowing us to say goodbye to the characters. With the FBI universe continuing, there is also hope that some of the characters can show back up again. The NCIS franchise has done this, with LL Cool J just being announced as a returning face in the flagship series and with Kenzie Bly both showing up previously despite the NCIS Los Angeles cancellation. The FBI shows have done mini-crossover moments before, such as with Jubal appearing on video calls to assist the Fly team and Chantel Van Santen can rejoin the FBI cast. While having characters show up for an episode isn't the same, there is a sense of solace to it, especially with closure to the respective shows. I would just prefer to have some hope of FBI, Most Wanted and International being saved, but that hope is diminished with the realization that the shows aren't being shopped around.